Hi everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Awakened podcast. I'm your host Alison.
G'day everyone, I'm Jason. Welcome back.
And today we are going to the topic that we are feeling that we need to discuss is a topic about being caught up in the game or being caught up in other people's games and not really realising that we are actually caught up in other people's games.
Yeah, we had an interesting experience with that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
With a couple of my family members.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it from the start. So my mother came down, hi mum, from Queensland. This is going back a long time ago now. And I was living with my grandmother in a retirement village.
Yeah.
Because I had to get out of a situation quickly and that was the only place that I could stay. Otherwise I'd be living in my car. I didn't want to do that, even though it was a nice car. And all of a sudden, a week or two passed and my grandmother all of a sudden was getting really ill. And so we're back and forth to the hospital. The nurses or doctors couldn't find anything wrong with her, but she was complaining of headaches and migraines and whatever. Do you remember? Because you were there with me as well.
I know that she went into hospital for something, but I don't fully remember what it was about. But I do remember that because your mum came down and, you know, something happened to your grandmother. Yeah, she was feeling sick or something along those lines.
She was old.
Yeah, because she's elderly, you know, you take her to the hospital instead of going to the doctor kind of thing in case it's something very serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought this was.
Yeah.
We went back to the hospital and were there for hours and hours.
Yeah.
The doctors were giving her, I don't know, some sort of medicine or something. And my mother was there concerned and she had to go back to Queensland. Mm-hmm. She's been there for a while. So I've got to go back.
Yeah.
Got to go back home. We stepped out of the room into another room with, there was glass around so we could see them. It would have been a few metres away.
No, I think it was not that we stepped out of the glass room. It was almost like we were in the same room with them, but we just went to go sit by the wall. There was a couple of chairs by the wall.
My memory's different. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there was a glass. I don't think they were in a glass room.
We were in a separate room, but anyway, it doesn't really matter.
We just went to go sit by some seats against the wall, and that was enough for us to
detach
Yeah.
from that particular experience where we both got, oh my God,
a really awesome epiphany.
Yeah, you want to explain what that was? Can you remember?
Do you remember?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay, because I do remember. Jason's grandmother was in the hospital bed and Jason's mum was looking after her, and it's in one of those communal hospital beds where you've got like the sheet that goes around the bed. And so, like I said, we went to go sit against the wall because there were seats there, and it was enough for us to actually step out of whatever energy bubble was going on with your grandmother and your mother. So as we're sitting there, it was almost like some wide-eyed awakening where we realized that we were just stuck in someone else's game. And when we stepped out of it and sat down, we were able to see from more like a bird's eye view that this was just a game from your grandmother to get love and attention.
Not just that, but she didn't want my mother to go home.
Yeah.
If she was sick and ill and in hospital, my mother wouldn't go home.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. And because we were all tightly in this bubble of harvesting, you could say, we got caught up in...
Of course, because we were driving them back and forth.
Yeah, we got caught up in the situation. It was only when we actually stepped out and sat down that we were able to see the game play out in front of us.
And the game was created so my grandmother could keep my mother from going home.
Yeah, because all your grandmother wanted was just some love from her daughter.
Yeah. It was quite interesting and big for us to be in that situation and then without even intentionally moving ourselves out of that for a moment to see actually what was playing out.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, how many times has this happened to us?
Yeah.
Like all of us.
Yeah.
I feel a lot. Like when you get caught up in something, which is whatever game that's playing out for whatever reason, love or needing attention or whatever it is, doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter, no.
And then you step out of that, and if you can get like an epiphany like that, you can go, oh, geez, okay, got to be mindful of that.
Yeah. We've all had this experience, and I'm getting, it is kind of connected to the Matrix 4 movie again. Even though we spoke about it in regards to heartstrings,
That's right.
it is kind of similar to this scenario at the end where Trinity's fake family, you could say, came in and tried to pull her into their drama to bring her out of it, so that she would actually go back into the Matrix instead of actually stepping outside of the Matrix and seeing what is really going on. It doesn't really matter what's been going on. I think it really what happens is when you get caught up in the emotional cycle or stuff playing out, it doesn't mean that we're not saying to completely cut yourself off and be cold. Just be aware of what could be playing out, because it could be a family situation that seems really emotional and everyone's highly strung. If you could just take a moment to step out and be maybe the observer, you might see something from a completely different perspective and then be able to understand, this is how we can improve things, or maybe this is how things can change, or you might be able to heal something or help something if you could just step out of it and be the observer. Yeah,
it's a really big one. And we all get caught up and entangled with, especially family, especially if if you have relatives which are getting on in the age and they need a lot of care and a lot of looking after. I've learned from that we can create dramas to keep on getting that energy, especially if you're older and you're alone as well. You really, really need that love and attention from your other family members. So I guess you've got to be careful not to get sucked in too much and see for what it really is. If you can do that, you'll make better choices for yourself and for the other person. It's a very interesting scenario that played out, and as I said, and she's fine, by the way, she was fine. The doctors actually made her worse by giving her some medication that she was allergic to. So
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and they found that out after we found out what was really going on. Because I talk about everything comes out in the wash. Everything came out in the wash that day.
Yeah.
So once they rectified that problem, after we had a real self-realization of what the game was, everything was fixed, and we all went home. And my mother went back to Queensland, and it's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember that bit, but wow, okay. I guess there's something playing out on another level that's actually affecting the physical level, really. And that can happen anywhere, anytime. It could happen at work where, someone could get triggered, and then all of a sudden this emotional energy vortex could open that sucks in other people.
Caught up in the drama.
Yeah, kind of caught up in the drama. Just going back to the whole family situation, like, again, we're not trying to say be cold to your family, but just, be mindful. I've known people where someone has had multiple children, and one child in particular has stayed at home to look after the mother or the parent or something along those lines. And I'm not saying don't look after your parents, but in this kind of situation, it was more of the parent drawing energy from this particular child to the point where the child could never ever leave.
Or have a life.
Or an experience. Yeah, it was literally looking after the parent was the experience.
Could that be also a soul contract on a level as well?
I guess so. I guess we just don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting soul contracts that before you come into this reality, that there's contracts that you take on or you're given that you have to do unless you know how to break the contract or clear that. And that happens a lot with everyone.
Yep.
And because we have a perception of that we're coming with a script.
Yep.
And on that script is, whatever it is that's on that script.
Yep.
Because we're the characters in our own movie per se. And unless you know how to fix it or clear it, you're going to be playing out. And I believe that you can bring in the same script every time you come back into the game or get recycled. Because we also believe that spirit realm is a halfway place. Halfway house or a healing place or somewhere for you to get reincarnated or recycled again back into the game again.
Yeah.
Which is another interesting thing. So you can never really get out if you really want to.
Yeah, I guess because we have actually heard from beings that have said they're not interested in coming back into the game. They've experienced everything they've experienced. And I guess it comes back down to, like I always say, you got to make sure, try and do your best to leave without any regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. because regret is the one thing that can keep you tied down.
And guilt.
Guilt.
And I wish I did that. I wish I did that.
Yeah, so if you can really try and either make peace with your life if you're not happy with your life, or change it. If you're not happy with your life, change it to what you want to do. Then at least you can leave saying, at least I tried.
I gave it a go.
Yeah, you gave it a go. When it's your time to leave this game, you can go, well, at least I gave it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny how we've gone into this process, reincarnation process. It's really interesting because my grandmother's passed away. She's been passed away a few years now, I believe, a couple of years. And it's just really interesting how all this reincarnation or recycling is non-stop, continuous for, it feels like forever. And unless you know how to clear or delete parts of the contract or create your own to a degree, you're always going to be, this is my perception by the way, you're always looped back in, I guess, to the drama of this reality. Because if you play into this reality on a level of it comes from a state of drama, it really is. I mean, look at what's going around, what's happening around the globe. I mean, you know, these agendas and powers to be are just doing everything they can to keep everybody in this fear, drama, bullcrap, Hollywood movie.
Pretty much trying to keep everyone looped. And the best way to get out of it is to not buy into the drama. But unfortunately, that doesn't always happen to everyone. Not everyone will not buy into the drama.
Well, that's the same as our drama of not manifesting money.
Yeah, exactly.
And work, and there's reason for that because we had, unfortunately, a lot of interference with that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just because we can't bloody manifest.
It's because we were stopped.
Yeah, and we were forced to get jobs, and we could have stayed in the drama of that. It's like, no, we got to put our big boy and girl's pants on.
Yep.
And get a job for whatever reason, what the big picture is, and just get it done and not buy into the drama of it, because we could have been literally out in the street. So if we stayed in that drama, we just sucked it up and just got on with it.
Yeah, and we're still doing what we're doing, but we're also working at the same time.
Yeah. A lot of hours.
Yeah.
A lot of hours. What's the moral of the story, Alison?
The moral of the story for me is, if you can, be the observer. If you are caught up in an emotional cycle or emotional game and something all of a sudden clicks and says, oh, okay, maybe I need to step out of it. Be the observer, because then you'd have a better understanding of how you can approach something, and maybe a better understanding of how you can resolve something. I guess that's the moral of the story for me.
Yeah, with the pickpacking job that I was in, there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And I didn't buy into the drama of that. I took myself out of it to a degree and said, okay, you know, I'm going to create something else and just keep doing the job best I can to my ability, and just be mindful of what's playing out and not step into the pattern and not take on that stuff as well. Because we started talking about getting caught up in the game.
Yep.
So I was able to take myself out of the game on many levels, because I was getting traumatized by what was playing out. But so I had to really pull myself out of that.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be brought back in even deeper into the game.
Yep.
To a point where I maybe wouldn't be able to manifest another job and be stuck there and be whatever would be playing out. Being, I guess, not caught up in the drama as much as you can and pull yourself out might be the moral as well.
Yeah, I'm getting that a drama can even be like a mental drama. It doesn't have to be an emotional drama.
Yeah,
it could be
course.
a negative self-talk or a streaming because streaming does happen. It could be a stream that you think it's you, but it's actually not you, and then it just gets looped constantly, you know, and then you got to pull yourself out of that mental drama, really.
That's really interesting you should say that, because the guys at this pickpacker job were talking about waking up having songs in their heads looping over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It's like, oh, it's not just me. Everybody else is getting songs in their head and reprogrammed and looped. Yeah. And I wanted to talk to them about it, but it was just too difficult to, and especially when you're meant to be working. It's like, oh, mate, hang on a minute. I know what's going on here. Yeah, very interesting what plays out all the time.
Yeah, because the amount of times that you wake up with a song loop in your head, I counteract it with another song. I always counteract it. And I also realise that when you're doing, I know we've gone completely off topic about getting caught up in the game, but it is kind of related. I've noticed that sometimes when you have song repeat in your head, there is a program or subliminal messaging that goes on. So I counteract it with a different song and then do my own subliminal messaging of positive stuff.
In class when I was a student, the teacher would always say, if you get a song in your head, that's spirit trying to give you a message.
Yeah, I don't think that anymore.
No, neither do I. No, that's a program. Yeah.
I think a lot of the stuff that we have in the New Age community, no offense, is all programming.
Yeah. Even the New Age community on a level is all being just another level of programming, because somebody asked me at this job as well, do you feel that spirituality or the New Age sector is a religion? And I said yes. I said I really perceive myself as a truth seeker or a conscious awakener, not so much New Age or that sort of jazz.
Yeah, it has kind of turned into a bit of a religion. Yeah, it's almost like it's got its own set of rules. That you believe in certain things. Like, for example, you had a client call you up and say that she told you about a dream that she completely freaked out over.
That'd be a good story to have.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That she completely freaked out over. And the reason why she called you is because she doesn't deal in that kind of topic.
And all her New Age friends
had no idea.
No, and she couldn't go to them because they'd pretty much say that she's a freak show.
Yeah. Which
is weird.
Yeah.
It's meant to be unconditional love, I thought.
So unfortunately the New Age sector is also part religion or all religion, just, yeah.
You got to be really mindful. There's so much hidden crap that goes on and people get fooled by it.
Yeah.
It's be nice, but I guess I shouldn't judge. People just need to experience what they need to experience, but at the same time, be good to sort of, a lot of people take themselves out of some of this stuff or have more level of discernment. Yeah,
so it really all comes back down to just take yourself outside of the drama or the situation, and yeah, you might actually get like more of a bird's eye view of what's actually going on. Yeah.
What's that famous person said? The world's but just a stage.
Oh yeah, was that Shakespeare?
It might have been Shakespeare, yeah.
The world is but a stage. Yeah, I think it might have been Shakespeare.
Shakespeare?
Yeah, sorry, Shakespeare.
Yeah, we apologise for not pronouncing your name correctly or remembering you.
Anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, we're just goofballs.
Yeah, especially on here.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. We do appreciate and love you.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We hope you really enjoyed this episode.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yeah, it is a bit of a different one, isn't it?
But I feel that there's little gold nuggets in what we say.
Always.
Yeah, but that's what we try to do. Put gold nuggets and stuff. Make it a bit fun and quirky.
Yeah.
And have some gold nuggets in there too.
And it is our experiences as well, and what we have learned to, I guess, take ourselves out of it too.
We've learnt a lot. We don't know it all, but we do know a few things.
Yeah.
We'd like to share this with people.
Yeah.
And give all you guys an opportunity to process it yourself.
Yeah. And if you would like to support us, we would love a coffee.
Oh, yeah, because we're into the coffee thing on YouTube. So you can support us by buying us a coffee, because we drink so much coffee. I'm just finishing my fourth one now. This is my Kit. If you can see it on YouTube, it's my Kit Kat.
He's having a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
So if you'd love to support us, we'd love for you to buy us a coffee. We have the link in the description as well. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening to us gasbag again.
Yes, from Alison and Jason down under.
And we will catch you in the next one.
See everybody.
Bye.
Lots of love to you. Have a great week.